remember summer in its wake. The heart of September left nothing more to say. Show me what it's worth. I wanna hear you say these words from the light into the dark. It'll be alright. Did I speak too soon? I wanna harbor you through all the ways this life could be so cruel. If the storm breaks through, I'll be the light for you, holding on when everything it feels so blue. Letting it linger, what I thought was everything I had of you, wrapped round my finger like a puppet on a string. So where are you right now? Find me when the stars turn out. All you vampires gather around here in the night. Did I ask too much? Maybe it's not enough for now. We close the door and feel the rush. Or am I listening? Something close to home is bigger than the two of us would own. Fallen for you in a way that I thought that I never do. Oh, it taught me the way to never be used. I'll make a promise to you, alleviate every sky, be honest and true. All the games, there's no excuse, no more running away. Did I speak too soon? I wanna harbor you through all the ways this life could be so cruel. If the storm breaks through, I'll be the light for you, holding on when everything it feels so blue. I'll be there with you still till the darkness starts to spill with you and everything that we've ever built.
I was looking for the clip, man. I couldn't find the clip. I was looking for the clip. Yeah, I was on the video section, and I was like, "Yo, where's the guy? Where's the guy's laughs?" I couldn't see it. I do have the boxing on, by the way. Yeah, for those people that are watching boxing, I got that loaded as well. So I got that on the screen, man. So I'll keep my eye out on that. But yeah, we got a couple of lads jumping on as well, man. Tarik's coming on in a minute, and so is Patrick as well. Not saw Patrick for a while, so it's cool to get him on. But yeah, big up to you, man. LB, hold that. Hold what? What am I holding? What am I? I don't know. What am I holding, bro? I'm not holding nothing, bro. I literally don't know what you're talking about. What for? What, innit? What am I, a Liverpool fan? I don't understand what am I holding, bro. What am I holding? I'm not holding anything. Didn't you say we were losing? Who do you support, bro? I don't know who you support, lad, but I'm not holding anything. You know what I mean? My team's not fucking played yet, bro. So he's a United fan. Oh, no one cares about United, bro. Didn't you know? No one cares, isn't it? Yeah, this is a City preview for tomorrow, but also roasting Liverpool at the same time. Yeah, United are not relevant anymore, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you need to go on our mid-table teams YouTube channel and get on that one. But yeah, anyway, big up to everybody, man. Let's see if we've got any. We should get. You know what? We should get some comments soon, isn't it? Is it 10:30? Is it 10:30? The embargo section comments come out, or is it 11? Yeah. With all due respect, LB, Tarek exponentially raises the class of your stream. Appreciate it. Yeah, is it 10:30? The comments come out. The embargo is at 11 o'clock. Yeah, I think it comes out in 8 minutes. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get some more injury news about tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, big up to everybody, man. Oh, massive game tomorrow. Massive game. Can we capitalize on Liverpool dropping points yet again in their 3-2 loss to Brentford? And obviously a confidence crisis there at Liverpool right now. 4 losses on the bounce in the Premier League for Liverpool. What the hell is going on with them? They're in just a disaster situation right now. That is bad. 4 losses in a row in the Premier League. Conceded 14 goals, by the way. It's the same as Manchester United. Yeah, my club would never be in that situation. City now, by the way, yeah, funny enough, have the second best defense in the league. So all these mutants, yeah, who are saying that we've got this terrible defense and our defense is shit and all that kind of stuff, yeah. So let's shut up. Say factually, that's incorrect, mate. Yeah. So factually, that's incorrect, mate. Yeah, because it's fake news. Yeah, we've got the second best defense in the league. Attack-wise, we've got the best attack in the league, joint with Chelsea. So, you know, we're not a bad side. We've been saying this. We're not a bad side, City, yeah, but people are still talking about City like we was last year. It's not the same, man. We really need the win. We do need the win. We do need the win. Absolutely. We do need the win. Facts. It's a massive game, man. Like, the thing is, yeah, like, obviously, the problem that you've got is, right, because you want to win the league, right? I assume you want to win the league. Yeah. The thing is, you got to win football matches. And this is a tough place to play football. City haven't won here in 3 years. Yeah, it's a tough place to play football. But you got to Jones. I don't really care about how we play tomorrow. As long as we get the win, I'm not asked. And I know a draw is not the worst result in the world for the game. But, like, you can't just draw matches all the time. You got to win. So I'm feeling pretty confident, me. Like, to be honest with you, I think we'll win. Like, I got confidence. I'm starting to get some confidence, mate. Yo, big up Tarek. What you saying?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, chilling, man. You know what I mean? You really got a voice for radio. You know that?
It's the mic.
It's the mic. Look at him, chat being humble, man.
Nah.
It's the mic.
So what you said when you said have a voice for radio?
Yeah,
it's kind of like. Well, they used to say you have a face for radio. So you were trying to be nice to me without telling me that.
I didn't know that's what they said. Is that what they say?
That used to miss like a joke to people. Like I got a face for radio as opposed to like a face for TV or whatever. I'm just kidding. It's all good.
But like, I could imagine there driving down some highway in America at like 2 a.m. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Good
Maybe
evening,
I've been.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Go on. What's coming on the radio, man?
Yeah, I don't even know because I don't listen to the radio. All I listen to is Sirius XM to listen to sports. So, but yeah, smooth jazz coming on tonight. I don't know. Yep, shades of blue. I have no idea, man. I don't even listen to the radio.
Yeah. Next up, we have a casualty tune.
This is going out to all the Liverpool fans. Crying tonight.
Right, that's enough of that.
For all the Liverpool fans who are crying tonight, just know that you will walk alone.
Factual information. Aye, come on, Danny, man. I serious. We was there last year in the positivity clinics when we was trying to be positive to people, mate. Yeah, we tried to be positive last year, so we made the positivity. So basically, every time we lost a game, which was a lot, we did positive streams only, which was fucking hard work, given how crap we were. But anyway, yeah, big game tomorrow, man. How are you feeling tomorrow? You feeling confident?
So I am feeling confident, but I'm also like, we have to win. I think like everybody, well, not everybody, Chelsea losing, Liverpool losing, in some respects kind of amps the pressure up a little bit. On one hand, if we don't win, it's no big deal. They don't gain it. We just stay where we are. But I feel like we should be moving further up the table, expanding the gap between us and them. So you can't not take advantage of this situation. So on one hand, I feel confident, but on the other hand, it's like, it would be typical City to not take advantage of this. And that's kind of scary. But I mean, everybody tells me that typical City is no longer. We were well past that. And so I hope that that's the case.
Yeah, nah. I think that, yeah, like for me, the thing is, yeah, with the whole point thing is like, we've won so many titles, man. We know how to win titles. And for me, this is shaping up to be quite a big weekend. Yeah, it is. Like Liverpool dropping points, right? And obviously Arsenal have Palace for tomorrow, which could be a tricky game for them. And obviously, you know, they'll be saying the same thing about us. They'll be saying, yo, City could not win tomorrow at Villa. We could beat Palace. Yeah. They'll be saying, they'll be having the same conversation. But for me, I just think the way we're playing at the moment, in terms of, you know, we're not necessarily playing great for the full match. You know, Pep said this, and I said this recently, you know, quite a lot, that I think we're playing good during parts of games, but not for 90 minutes. And then funny enough, Pep come out and said the same thing, that we're playing well for parts of football matches. So like the weekend game or midweek against Villarreal, first 45 minutes, I thought we were really, really good, man. Like really impressed with how we played in the second half. We didn't. And Pep's trying to say like, yo, we need to do that for 90 minutes. But yeah, performance aside, yes, obviously you need to perform well. You can't go to Villa Park tomorrow and just play crap. But like,
you got to walk out with points.
It's about the points tomorrow. And I just feel the way we're playing, I think we're going to go there and put it on them. Yeah, Villa haven't been great, man. I told people all the time, yeah, last week they didn't play well. They robbed it with two. Well, they didn't rob it, but they scored 2 screamers. They got beat off Go Ahead Eagles. They played 2 days ago against Go Ahead Eagles, man, and got beat. So we need to be going there, man, and we need to go there with chest and say we're fucking grabbing these points. No matter how, I don't care if it's the worst performance of the season, yeah? We need to get these points. If we get the points, I'm telling you, I think people are going to start talking about us, because that'll be 10 games as well, Tarek, yeah? Unbeaten. 10 games unbeaten.
So I see that they lost. I guess I'm wondering how much, well, I mean, how much of it can we really take away? Was it their full strength squad, or, you know, 80% of their squad, 90% of their squad?
It was quite strong, bro. Like, if I get the team up here, yeah, it was quite a strong team. So Martinez in goal, Onana started, Watkins started, Buendia started, got Guesan started again. They brought on Daniel Malen after 60 minutes. Kamara, Rodgers came on, played the last 25 minutes. Matty Cash come on, John McGinn come on. Like, so they didn't start the full team, but yeah, they played the big players, man. And
it's like they were kind of keeping their powder dry, if you will, saving it for our match. And then they got bit in the butt because they should have played a fuller strength squad. Which
is why I always say,
yeah,
go and get the win first,
and then sub them out.
Then that's always been how I viewed football. Not everybody agrees, but that's just how I view football. I always think in those type of games, you want to rotate players, cool, but go get the win first. Go get the game. If you think that they're that dead of an opposition team, where you can rotate your level, you got 5 subs now. Go and put out a strong team. Get the game won, which should be quite easy if you think and then when the game's won, take them all off, man. Yeah, because what you don't want to be doing is what they did. You don't want to be going in there, playing a bit of a rotated team, even though they still had strong players on the pitch, and then last 30 minutes going, right, everybody get on and start sprinting around from a cold start because they've been on the bench, because not properly warmed up properly, and just start sprinting around. That's how you get injuries, blah, 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 blah. Exactly, man. Exactly. But I think tomorrow, what an opportunity this is for tomorrow. Yo, big up Pat as well. Big up, man. How you doing?
What's up, Pat?
LB, Tariq.
I haven't talked to you since I haven't talked to you since the US put a whooping on Australia the other day.
Yeah, that 1 goal whooping, yeah.
You recovered okay?
Oh,
Mate, I'm still.
that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
I'm just kidding, man.
No,
Good to
to
see
be
you.
honest, man, I'm still shocked that we're in the top 25. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm
What's
surprised
happening
on
with
that.
you, Patrick, man?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, just life over in Australia here continues to roll on. You know, City are playing for good football. So yeah, can't really complain, mate. Things are good. Yeah, but it's been all right. I know it's been a while since we've been on here, but
I
yeah,
know,
mate,
man. It's been a
love
while.
what you've been doing anyway, mate. Just keep plodding along and just dish it out hard to those deluded mutants out there, basically.
Bro, I will do, man, yeah, because they always, you know what I don't like about these people, yeah, is that they always give us shit, yeah, City fans and City, like, they're always coming at us all the time, right? Start the season, yeah, blah, 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 blah. You know, you're not signing, are you not done enough, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what I mean? Are you in a transition year? You're in, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I remember at the start of the season, yeah, chat, did I not say? I remember saying to people on the stream that said, hang on a minute, yeah, how come everyone's saying about City, yeah, that we're in a transition year? We're going to be in a transition year, yeah, because we've got all these new players, and no one's mentioned Liverpool. I said, Liverpool got a new left back, they got a new right back, they got a new midfielder, they got 2 new strikers. Yeah, what's going on? So, you know, all this kind of crap, yeah, or Pep's finished, Pep's washed, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's pissing me off. No Haaland, no Haaland, no KDB. I was just like, hang on a minute, yeah. Yous are all being a little bit disrespectful, man, about my club here and my players in this team, because you're not speaking, yeah. Like, the way you're speaking is weird, mate. Yeah, it's weird. Like, it's like, and this happens all the time. Whenever City have a bad year, which is not often under Pep Guardiola, they have to, and to be fair, I get it, yeah, because they don't get to cook us that much. So as soon as we have a bad year, bang, they're on us straight away. Oh, Pep's finished. Oh, the game's changed. Football's changed. Pep ain't going to be able to adapt. KDB's gone, blah, 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 blah. And I kind of get it, yeah, because I'd probably do the same if I was a rival fan. But at the same time, yeah, that doesn't stop me from defending the club in that situation. So, yeah, I feel like we've gone under the radar. But tomorrow, for me, is the day that if we win the game tomorrow, I think tomorrow's the day that everybody in football goes, hang on a minute. Yeah, they're doing it again. They're on a 10-match unbeaten streak, and the 2 games that they dropped points in, those games were last-minute goals. Yeah, I feel like tomorrow is so big, man. It's a massive, massive game.
Yeah, I think there's definitely been the conversation around us has started to amp up. People have started to pay attention because we were written off at the beginning of the season. And so, yeah, I think we're starting to come into the conversation and people are starting to have to pay attention. And like you said, a win tomorrow definitely puts us right back. But it puts all the eyes on us again. And it's great being able to kind of be behind the scenes like City have been so far this season. You can just kind of play, make your mistakes, get better each week, and nobody's thinking about you. So now we're going to be, if we go out and win tomorrow, it'll probably put us more in the limelight.
Oh, yeah. I think it puts us front and center. Yeah, I know Arsenal will be above us if they win their game against Palace, but I think people go, wait a sec, mate, yeah. City haven't even played that well, and they're on a 10-match winning streak. Obviously, this is on the proviso that we win tomorrow, yeah. We might not do it. It's tough game. But if we do, I just think people go, yo. And you know what as well? I think the City players, they'll probably look at each other after the game tomorrow, if they get the win, and go, lads, like, we might have had a couple, you know, weird thoughts early in the season when we held those back-to-backs, yeah, against Spurs and Brighton. But we're doing well now. You know what I mean? And again, I always say this, right? I don't think we will, but the transfer window opens in 2 months. Now, I don't think we'll sign anybody personally. I think we won't sign a single player. But you never know. You could strengthen again even more. You know what I mean? So again, I always say you can't win the title in the first 4 or 5 months of the season. Yeah, but you can fucking lose it. And our job, for me, in my opinion, yeah, and I speak for myself, is by January, I just want to be within 4 or 5 points, whoever's top of the table, and then go from there. Put our foot down, yeah. We need to make signings, which I don't think we'll do, and we just go bang. Yeah, but we can't. We don't want to drop off too much. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, tomorrow's what an opportunity we've been given here. What an opportunity. And again, you know, Palace might do the job at Emirates, but they'll be having the same conversation. Arsenal fans will be having the same conversation now, exactly the same, just to flip way around. Oh, if we beat Palace, Villa could get some off City and we're fucking clear. And all that kind of stuff. So, Yeah, but we'll see, man. We'll see, man. But I'm feeling good. I'm actually starting to get really confident. And you know what frustrated me earlier in the season? Where we had those couple of wobbly results. It's like I came into this season, and I tried to like forget about last year. I was like, right, last year's in the past. Yeah, and that's why I was so fucking gutted after the Club World Cup. Because we just beat Juventus, played well. And I was like, come on, man. And then we go and drop that fucking shit performance against that Saudi team. So anyway, season starts. We beat Wolves, mint. And then I'm like, come on. And then we go and drop those back. I'm like, for fuck's sake, not again. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying so hard to be like really up for it and positive. But now I'm feeling like a sense of real, not even confidence, conviction. You like that word? Yeah, fucking conviction, mate. And I tell you what, a large part of that, these 3 clean sheets that we've just had. These 3 clean sheets for me, I think, is what's like boosted me up on the sort of confidence conviction scale. Yeah, I think you can't win a title if you're shipping goals every week, can you? You need to keep clean sheets, man. And with our defense, the way our defense is doing, second best defense in the league, and with Donnarumma at the back, I don't know, boys. I don't know what you think. Well, I think the defense is a large part to play.
Yeah, I think it's. I've seen it. Look at it quite unusually in a way where I feel like, yes, it's really good to get these stretch of runs, these wins going and things like that. But you do feel like there's so much more on offer in a way. Like, I think in a way there's a sense of we're still trying to find our mojo. And I think that's and I don't think that's a mojo that you can reflect on and say, well, is it going to be like what it was in the treble season? Is it going to be like it was in the 4 in a row season? It's like this squad is not being completely revamped, but there's been a lot of changes in the last 18 months or so. And these new players need to find their own sort of mojo in terms of what they're going to do under this manager with this squad, who they need to beat, who's ahead of them in the league and things like that as well. But things, as you alluded to just a few minutes ago, we're setting ourselves well for what I like to call ourselves New Year's FC, because let's be honest, when that clock drops to January 1st and that, we do turn into a completely different team in the second half of a league season. So for me, it's always been a case of just get the points on the board, get the performances in the first half of the season. And then, like you said, if you're in that striking distance, then we virtually become unstoppable. So for me, it's not about trying to get a massive lead against any sort of club right now. It's just stay within striking distance, because we turn a completely different animal once the new year comes in.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, the players are probably thinking to themselves, we're not the finished article yet. We haven't hit, our actual stride just yet, and we're here. We're right there in touching distance. What's going to happen when we actually, turn it on? So there should be a lot of confidence for them. Again, you can't take anything for granted, but how good you can be. And so you go out there, you handle business, and the results will take care of themselves. Points will take care of themselves, and we'll definitely be there at the end.
Apparently, Slot's blaming injuries.
Well, again, there were injuries last season. There were injuries the season before that, and they got off light last year, I believe. So okay, but everybody's had to deal with this. So
£400 million, and he's blaming injuries. £400 million, and he's blaming injuries. Oh, is he all right, bro? He's losing. He's lost it, man. What's happening? Yeah, last week, he was blaming it on Sesko not playing.
Exactly, that was crazy.
While we're speaking of injuries too, just a quick shout to KDB as well. Terrible injury as well, mate. Wish him a speedy, but I had to admit it. It's like isn't the club deciding to leave looking more like a better better decision.
Yeah, you hate to say it, because again, he's a legend.
Of course, yeah.
But it's the reality. When
it's reality.
When everyone was complaining and whatever, the club was thinking not just about one player or about what that player has been, but where we're trying to go, what we're trying to do, and the decisions we have to take today to be able to be where we want to be in the future. And so it was bold, because again, we all were like, wait, they just told our legend, nah, we don't have any more time.
Yeah, and remember though as well, Tarek, and one of the reasons why it caused a bit of backlash is because Pep said KDB will choose when he wants to leave.
Yeah. Fair.
And then that didn't happen.
Fair. Yeah.
So
because he definitely wanted to stay.
Yeah, of course he wanted to stay, 100%. And I you know what I mean? But like, that's I think one of the reasons. And like, obviously, like, I seen someone tweet something today. Yeah, they put, all them City fans, yeah, moaning when the club got rid of KDB. I'm thinking, hang on a minute, this isn't just some fucking random player. This is the greatest player that's ever played for my football club.
Yeah.
So if people like a little bit gutted that the club have told him he's got to leave when he wants to stay, and I think that's quite reasonable. Yeah, like don't stop being a dick. You know what I mean? People do this. I remember, like you didn't have to. You could agree. Maybe you thought that it was the right decision for him to leave. Cool, but if you can't understand why some Manchester City players might have been a little bit frustrated or upset at the time, yeah, it's an emotional thing. He's the best player, in my opinion. He's the best player that's ever played for this football club. Yeah, so I fully understand why people was upset at the time that the club told him to go when he wanted to stay. Yeah, now so for most people that was probably just an instant reaction thing. Yeah, I can't even remember what I felt at the time, but I'm telling you now, I'm over it. Yeah, but you know, I just feel like some people, yeah, they piss me off, man. With some of the like, it's like they can't understand other people's train of thought. Like, and they're acting as if KDB is some scrub player. Yeah, he's the best player that's ever played for our club, man. Yeah, and the club told him to leave, and some people didn't like that. So how about just understand that for some people that was a little bit gutting, and they might have had a little bit of a pop or whatever, but it was probably just in the heat of the moment, and you just need to relax.
Yeah, I think Kyle in the chat, he said, "Big up Viana for their vision," and I think that's the key. We needed someone who didn't have an attachment to the players that had come in. Yep. He didn't have any. He could just look at it objectively, like you said. As fans, as supporters, we're supposed to be invested in these players. We're supposed to be bought in, and you know it's supposed to hurt us to see them leave. But you needed someone like him to come in and say, "Okay, separate the sentimentality from what we need to do, and let's go just handle business." But I'm with you. There were a mix of feelings, or a mixture of emotions. But now you realize, hey,
I can't even remember what I was saying at the time. I don't even know what my opinion was. Honestly, I can't remember. What was you? Can you even remember yours?
I don't, but I'm pretty sure it was. I don't remember exactly, but I think
I can't remember.
So when Gundo left the first time, right? My thought was, hey, if we have to get rid of Gundo to bring in someone else or to open up that spot, then we got to do what we got to do. And then we brought Gundo back, and it was great until it wasn't. And then it was like, it's kind of iffy. So I don't know that I wanted to repeat that. But at the same hand, and plus, bigger thing, I think KDB just hadn't been consistently healthy. And I wasn't confident that he would stay consistently healthy. So I'm sure while I wanted him to stay just because, that I was probably like, it's probably time.
Yeah, and hindsight's a wonderful thing, but I think when you hear the stories come out after the treble season about, he was basically playing the knockout stages on one hamstring, and he'd effectively ruined it on the first leg when we played Bayern Munich, and then somehow carried us all the way through until the final. You kind of get the feeling of like, well, there's only a certain medics can only tell you a certain length of time when you're going to be match fit or ready to play again. But is your body going to tell you the same thing? And I think, I think the problem too was, I think if he'd gone in for surgery straight after the treble season, I think he would have been able to return back to the 4 in a row season a lot sooner. Wouldn't have redone what he did to his leg in the first game of the season against Burnley. So I think there was just a couple of poor little decisions there, or maybe just didn't take the advice of certain people, or took the wrong advice. So we'll never know. This is probably something we'll find out, when he retires or something like that too. But you can't really complain in the end, because it didn't necessarily affect us too much in terms of what we were aspiring to try and win. So while it is disappointing and it's a shame, his career kind of went in a way that wasn't exactly, down in a blaze of glory or anything like that too. But what he did for us for 10 years doesn't eradicate the fact that he was basically playing on one leg for like the last year and a half with us anyway.
Facts. Yeah. 100%, man. Yeah. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? The difficulty is, when a player gets, I always say this, right? But football is a short career for these players. And I think a lot of people forget that, yeah. And like, obviously KDB was told, and we'll move on from this. It's just interesting conversation. But when KDB was told when he got that first bad hamstring, yeah, he could have had a surgery, right? Like Pat was saying. And I think that would have kept him out for like 4 months, right? But then if he didn't get the surgery, he was basically back at the start of the season, which he was because he played the Burnley game. And it's like, as a football player, if I give you the option of, I can get you the surgery and you can get it sorted, but there's no guarantee it'll be fully fixed. It's just like, better odds. But you'll miss 4 months of the season. or you just let it heal naturally and you come back and you'll start the season and you've got slightly worse odds it might happen. Like I get it, yeah, but at the same time, it's kind of like, who knows, man? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, no one fucking knows what would have happened. He could have got surgery and it could have been even worse. You never know, do you?
Yeah. I think the similarities between what happened with KDB's leg similar to like what happened with our squad after the 4 in a row, because I think it was like we'd stretched ourselves so far trying to, win everything we wanted to win, that when it eventually did come to a point of where everything, blew up in our face, it blew up spectacularly. So like you look at the squad, like chasing the 4 in a row, what happens 9 months later? We lose 14 games in a row or something like that. KDB effectively wins us a Champions League on one leg. It basically ruins his leg for the next year and a half.
No, I hear it, man. I hear it. All right, well, there you go anyway. Look at Brentford's tweet. Nah, they've not, have they? Look at what they've just tweeted.
So
must have been that unchanged team. Funny guys, man. Funny guys. Sweet. All right, and let's get onto the Villa game properly then. In terms of like starting 11s and that. Talk to me about what you guys are saying. Let me come to Pat first on this. Donnarumma, mate. I don't know where you are on this one. Obviously, we've not spoke for ages, but I think he's made such a big difference. And like the confidence that he's given, I think the defenders is crazy. And as a fan, yeah, I'm not on the pitch playing, but as a fan, I'm like, yo, we're going to keep a clean sheet. 3 clean sheets in a row. Big difference he's making, isn't it?
Yeah, what has Donnarumma done to make Ruben Diaz and Gvardiol's job so much easier? I'd really love to know. It's something that hopefully we can find out in the future as well. But he seems to offer some sort of a almost defensive leadership dynamic in the back that maybe we never really saw from Edison. Maybe, we see Edison, Mr. Nonchalant, just go about doing his own business and things like that. But there seems to be a sort of cohesiveness between the defense and the goalkeeper at the moment that just didn't really, I wouldn't say non-existent, but you never really heard anything about it, when Edison was in between the sticks. So it's different. It's good to see. I didn't really expect this to happen so soon. But then again, at the same time, you got to realize Donnarumma's been around in the game for the best part of nearly 10 years, and the guy's still only in his mid-20s. So he's been around the traps a lot longer than what we assume as well, and he's got plenty of experience in European football as well. I love seeing what he's done coming into an English team and just offering something different. Because usually when you think about leaders, you think about a midfielder who's been at the club for 7-8 years. You think of stalwart defenders or something like that. Now you got this goalkeeper who's coming in and just seems to be gelling with everybody, doing a great job. And sure, you might lose a little bit in terms of your distribution and ball playing goalkeeper and things like that. But that compromise has become, in a way, almost irrelevant to me now as well, because he just does so much more for you as well. And the big one that stands out for me is how involved he gets in set pieces as well. It's just every time there's a corner or a free kick, I'm so confident now that he's just basically going to catch it, punch it away, just completely remove any sort of nerves or any sort of anxieties that we had from last season. Yeah.
That was meant to be a weakness of his game. I remember when we were signing him, that French Donny was like, he's got a few weaknesses on the ball. He's trash, which he doesn't look trash to me. And then the other one, he was like, coming out for corners and set pieces, he's awful. Like, he's going to get cooked in the Premier League. And I never really worried too much about the kicking, because I always felt that, like, if he was that bad at kicking, Pep wouldn't ask him to do kicking like Edison. And Pep come out and said that in his first press conference. He said, I'm not going to ask Donnarumma to do anything that you don't want to do. You know what I mean? But the one thing that I was a little bit concerned of, because this is what they all told me, was on corners and set pieces, the guy's trash. And then I seen he played for Italy, and he punched the ball back. I seen a clip on Twitter. He come out for a corner and he punched the ball like backwards, and I think it went his own net. He got given as a foul. But I've got to say, man, I've been so impressed with him on the corners. But you know what, lads? I honestly think that these people that was like just saying he was trash, have done us a favour, because the standards on those things were so low that he was only ever going to exceed our expectations. I got told he couldn't kick a ball. He's not that bad at kicking. Boom. Well happy with that. I got told he was really bad on set pieces. He's not really bad on set pieces. Boom. I'm really happy with that. The shot stopping, we all knew the shot stopping was good.
Yeah.
It was the other stuff. But he's outperforming on that. Yeah, and the guy's only 26 years. I still remember when he was coming through at AC Milan. I still remember it. It was just like, oh, this guy, this 16-year-old's going to PSG. Yeah, he don't want to sign a contract, getting the big wages and that. And he's been there for all that time, and then we've just got him. Honestly, man, unbelievable. What a signing for 30 million quid as well. Wow, robbery.
Yeah, I think you probably know this, LB. I was one of those people that were concerned about what it said for James Trafford. I was concerned about his kicking because, again, you think you know what Pep needs or what Pep's gonna do, and instead of just letting Pep decide for himself, it's like, oh no, we can't bring this guy in, and he's proven consistently, night in, night out, match in, match out, that he can handle anything that the Premier League has thrown at him. So, I think I said, you asked me one time, how big a percentage difference do I think he makes to our chances? And I think I said probably 5 to 10, something like that. It's probably a little bit higher than that. I don't think we keep the clean sheets that we've kept. We don't have the confidence that we have if he's not in net. So I think it's probably a little bit higher than that. And I got to throw my hands up and say, you know what? I was wrong. And I'm definitely glad that he's here. I don't know what'll happen with Trafford in the long run, but we made the best decision. Pep, the backroom staff, everybody made the right decision. Go get the best player, and we'll let the rest of it handle itself when the time comes.
Oh, where's this Fabrizio thing? Oh, did you hear this thing about Fabrizio Romano talking about Elise?
I saw it, but I didn't know if it was real or not. I didn't even check to see if it actually came from him.
Oh, Elise, here it is. Let me pull it up on screen. Where's this Elise thing, man? Here we go, Elise. Yo, let's see what he's saying, man. Let's see what he's saying. Let me know if you can hear it, boys, yeah? Can you hear it?
Bayern will not sell Pavlovic. So forget about that, at least now. In the next years, I don't know what can happen, but as of now, Bayern consider Pavlovic as more than a crucial player, and so these Manchester United links, from what I'm hearing, are not true, and Bayern are obviously more than happy with the player. He's untouchable, he's a crucial part of their long-term project. And so again, congratulations to Bayern, who are doing fantastic this season. Also, guys, on Bayern, the director Max Eberl and the other director Christopher Freund recently have denied the existence of any release clause for Michael Olise. There were some rumors on the possibility of release clause, but Bayern made public that there is no release clause for Olise. They're more than happy with him. For Bayern was probably the best signing of the recent years. Okay, there is Harry Kane and many others, but Olise was in a big race with several clubs, and Bayern were perfect in finding the timing to sign him, and Bayern absolutely want to continue with him. So the public and private statements at Bayern are all in the same direction. They see Olise as a crucial player, and also Bayern made public that there is no clause to sign Michael Olise, no buyout clause for the French player. Then to add something, guys, it's important also to mention the situation of Bruno Fernandes.
You guys chatting shit. You didn't say nothing. Chat, you're lying. You said you guys, man. They told me that basically, Fabrizio had said that City are all out for Elise this summer. Liars. Yeah, look at you, man. Yeah, you just wasted 2 minutes of our lives.
Yep. And then finished it by saying Bruno Fernandes.
Exactly.
No, I've heard going around quite a lot of the buying forums and things like that Elise does have some sort of a release clause that comes in effect in 2026, because there is talk that he wants to eventually make his way back to playing in English football. And the other thing too is, I think the other reason Bayern would say there's no release clause too is because I tell you what, after the debacle with Marinakis and Morgan Gibbs-White with Spurs, unveiling that they had a release clause which was meant to be kept hidden. I think, I'm just using that as an example, but I'm sure a lot of clubs would be very, very cautious about releasing information about certain release clauses and things like that, because, they want to get the maximum dollars, never mind having a release clause.
Nah, definitely.
Yeah,
Listen, let me, Yeah, nah, 100%. Yeah, because obviously they signed him for what, like 40 million, and they might have only put like an 80 million release clause in there. And then it's like, yo, this guy's worth about 120, 130, bro.
Yeah.
Right, let me do these chats then. We'll have a look at these Pep Guardiola comments, and then we'll do the starting 11 prediction. Big up Snoopy lad says Poole looked like they missed James French. I know we haven't scored from a set piece, but we defend them much better this season. We're fully in this race. Bro, we was never out the race, man. Honestly. These City fans early on in the season giving up on the title, man. It was a madness. Yeah, crazy. Honestly, man. A couple of losses and they're fucking waving the white flag. Big up Snoopy, man. Big up Gary as well. Says, yo, bro, have another pint on me. Like, come on, man. Thoughts on Arsenal and Palace? I'm thinking draw 1-1 or 2-2, but expecting a City 2-1 or 3-1. I think Arsenal will win. I think Arsenal play well now at the moment, man. I can't lie. What about you, lads? I'm going Arsenal win again. I think they'll win.
I'm gonna say that Arsenal win 2-1.
What about you, Pat?
I'm expecting an Arsenal win, but how many times have we said that about clubs that are stronger than Palace, and the Palace do put out a really gutsy performance?
Trust me, I'm hoping I am wrong. I hope that score gets flipped, or just I don't even care. Just drop points.
Me too. But one thing is, you never bet against Palace. I think on their day they can beat just about anybody in England.
Yeah, no, they're a really good side, man. I need a good manager, that Glasner.
Yeah. People forget that he was actually the manager that got on track Frankfurt the Europa League about 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
So
he's got a few trophies already.
Yeah, he's got the pedigree to be a good manager, an effective manager. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's crazy, man. They haven't won in 4 though, apparently. Mad.
Had to drop off eventually after being undefeated since March, February, March or something.
Yeah. There was on some mad record. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, let's see what they do. Shout out Stringer says Arse City race again. Let's have a clean one, LB, with a 279. Come on, bro. Yeah, man. Maybe you can try and win it this time, innit? Yeah. You're not one of 20 years. And then you can do it all again next year, man. Yeah, and then the year after and the year after. Big up, man. I'm only winding you up. Big up to you, mate. Big up Angel for becoming a member, 26 months. He also says, LB, I woke up with the pecker leaning left today. City 3-0. 1 goal for every inch. What the hell, man? There's something wrong with you, mate. Yeah. Something wrong with that guy, chat. Yeah, I don't know about him. Yeah, something's not right with him. Right, let's have a look at Pep Guardiola's comments in the embargo section, and then we'll do the 1 goal for every inch. Mad guy. Right, let's see what he's saying.
He calls himself Angel.
He calls himself Angel as well. Yeah, honestly, crazy. Let's have a look then. Pep Guardiola and rested Erling Haaland. He says, I'm sorry to say to my colleague in Norway, but I'm not thinking about that. Maybe at the end when we win the Premier League, 10 points in front, 10 fixtures before, we'll rest him. But now he feels fit and fine. Of course, there are games solved or he looks tired. He's not going to play, but we're in a position right now, Champions League, massively important games we've played so far. And the next 2 at home give us a real chance to finish in the first 8. The Premier League, I don't have any feeling now Arsenal are going to drop too many points. That's the feeling. Arsenal, Liverpool. I saw their game against United. Incredible chances to win it. I think Liverpool remains favourites. The main favourites, the distance, I don't know. This was obviously before tonight's result. The distance at this stage is nothing. Always had the feeling both and maybe others will lose a few points. Hence why we'll have to be there. Oh, they have just lost points. Fair play. Yeah, obviously, this is one of the problems you've got with Haaland, isn't it? Is that, like, because all these games are must win and, like, they're so important, it kind of feels that, like, where can you give him a break? Do you know what I mean? It's really tough. Obviously, you don't play him at Swansea, right? But like all the Premier League games that we've got coming up, the Champions League games coming up, I just look at them and go, can't rest him there, can't rest him there, can't rest him there, can't rest him there. It's like, it's gonna be tough, man. You know, this is why in an ideal world, yeah, you kind of want to be getting some of these games won by like 60, 70 minutes so you can sub them off. Otherwise, you could be cooked.
Yep. So I'm just laughing. Saeed's coming to the chat with chess.
Same.
Oh, what?
Saeed in the chat.
Right, man. He wants his manager sacked still. Oh, no. What is he manager out? And now they're in a title race. This guy, man. This guy. Now, big up Saeed, man. What you saying?
Big up Saeed.
Yeah, but where are you guys on the whole, like, Haaland thing? Like, you know what I mean? Are you worried that he's playing all these minutes, or are you just kind of like, it is what it is, just got to get through it somehow?
For me, I'm just, it is what it is. I think we'll have Marmoush coming back soon. Oh, he's back already. So I think that we'll start to see him get subbed. I hope we see him get subbed off early. That means we've gotten, leads and we feel it's safe so we can pull him off. I hope to see that. Like in the Swansea match, we'll see. I expect that we'll see Marmoush as playing that false 9 as opposed to Holland up top. So I think there will be opportunities now as we start to get healthy. But to your point, if it's a must-win match, if it's a big competition, I think you just have to play him. And it sucks because we've said the same thing about like Rodri. Okay, when he comes back, we don't want to need to play him that much. Let him get his rest. And Pep has maybe overplayed Rodri when he came back. So you don't want to run Holland into the ground. But at the same hand, you can't, what do they say? Scared money don't make money. You just got to play. Can't be afraid of it. You just got to play. Be smart about it, but
these are fixtures coming up. Obviously, this is the international break here, so you've got Villa, Swansea, Bournemouth, Dortmund, Liverpool, Newcastle. Oh, sorry, that's the international break. So we've got 5 games left until the international break, right? Obviously, you don't play him against Swansea. I don't even know if I take him.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I take him. I think I leave him at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Leave him in Cheshire, or wherever he lives. Yeah, leave him there. And then he's got, so basically you're looking at this now and going, right, you've got 4 games left. Play him tomorrow. They've got a full week off to recover. Yeah, because I don't take him to Swansea. And then Dortmund at home. How are Dortmund doing this year? Are they doing all right?
I believe second or third still in Bundesliga. I mean, Bayern's just running away with it, given the fact that they've been probably one of the best teams in Europe at the moment.
Yeah, they're in third.
Is that a game is that a game that we could find ourselves like 2 or 3-0 up by like 60, 70 minutes? Or is that a little bit like, nah, it's going to be tough? What are we saying?
No, because I don't think we've ever had a performance or like played against the Dortmund side where we've absolutely crushed them. It's always been a cagey draw, cagey win.
True.
Yeah.
No, I'm just wondering, man. I'm just trying to like plan to see like where you could do it, but I don't think you're going to be able to. I think you're just going to have to full send it.
Well, if you're worried about the following fixture against Liverpool, remember they've got to play Real Madrid pretty much the same match week as well. So they're going to have questions. They're going to have to ask a lot of questions as well.
Do you know the Norway games?
They play on that Thursday, don't they?
I believe it's the day after. Yeah.
Okay.
Are those Norway games friendlies or qualifiers or what? Like, what are they? Do you anyone know?
Well, they've already qualified for the World Cup, so you could call them friendlies even if they're not.
So we don't really like have to play. Is basically what I'm saying.
Don't think so.
If
Norway's smart about it, they'll try and give other players a chance to try and prove themselves to get into the squad.
Yeah, there you go. Leonard's Norwegian. He says we need to win the next game.
Oh, right, okay.
So they got to win one. So if they win the first game,
one and done, he can get on the first flight back to Manchester.
Like he did, because I think he did that in the last one, didn't he? He played the first game. And
I was going to say, the manager did send him home early. So, it seems like that's at least one manager that's willing to work with us as opposed to against us.
Yeah, hopefully then Norway can get that boxed off, get a win in that first game, and then he can just chill again. Yeah, because the thing is as well, it's like, people will be like, oh, LB, that's a little bit disrespectful to Norway and that. Yeah, but hang on a minute. It's not really, because Norway don't want to burn him out either. And if they've qualified, what's the point? So they win the game. Yeah, they say they win the first game, they qualify, they play him in the second game, and he breaks his leg, God forbid. Then what? Well done. So, like, they don't really want to burn him out. What they want to do, they want to qualify for the World Cup. The best chance of doing that's with Haaland. If they win the first game, they qualified, and then they can just be like, right, chilling. We don't need you to play anymore. Because they don't want to get him injured.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying don't play with the next game for Norway, because that would be wrong. Obviously, he needs to play the next game for Norway if they need to qualify. And if they don't win that game, he'll have to play in the second game. I'm not saying don't play for Norway. He needs to play for Norway. I'm saying if they qualify, then what's the point in him playing the second match?
They are playing Estonia next match, though.
Yeah.
So that should be fairly straightforward for them.
Yeah, they play Estonia first, and then they play Italy 3 days later. So in a perfect world, Haaland bags 4 or 5 against Estonia. He's on the flight back to Manchester before the game's even finished.
And he's going to the World Cup.
The country's qualified. Off you go.
That's mad. Yeah, imagine that. I don't think I've ever seen Norway at the World Cup.
If they draw Australia in the group stages, I'm definitely going.
Are you qualified?
Yeah, we're qualified.
Are you qualified? Yeah, no way.
Yeah. There's actually a possibility a strong possibility that they've been trying. I think they've used AI to try and calculate like the group stagings and things like that. There is a very good possibility that Australia might get grouped with England.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't care what city it's in. You know, it's going to be brilliant. It'll be
It'll
absolutely
slap
brilliant.
you up, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah?
We'll see.
Well, proper negative brand of football.
You can have the football, mate. We'll have the rugby league. If you ever look at the score at Wembley today, you'll see why we can have the rugby league. We slapped up England like 26-6.
No, I believe so. Someone in the
and
chat
we'll do the same in the cricket too.
Yeah. No, but I don't know, man. The whole Haaland thing's interesting because obviously, like, it's so important to us. But I just think that, like, when we go in ahead, if we can get 2-0 ahead in any game, I think you have to be able to trust him to get off. The problem is, do you trust him? Yeah, because like we was 2-0 up against Villarreal, right? And he was a bit hesitant to take him off there straight away, wasn't he? And it's like, and I didn't really want to take him off at 2-0. I remember saying to the chat, no, I don't want to take him off at 2-0 because if they score, yeah, I want him on a pitch because, you know, just in case they equalise. So it's like, again, as a fan, everybody will have their own levels of confidence at what level they want to take him off. Some people will still have mad PTSD. They want to sub him off until we're 4-0 up. Some are like, nah, LB, this is new season. I'm confident I'll sub him off at 2-0. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, but then at the same time, yeah, last year when Marmoush was playing in that striker false 9 position, we played good football. You know, at the back end of the season when Haaland was injured, like we played some good football then. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. But yeah, just long may it continue with Haaland's form because it's absolutely ridiculous, man. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Let's see what else Pep's been saying anyway. Here we go. Pep Guardiola, the club showed Savio how much we want him, how much we count on him. It was good. Oh, the new contract. Right, must be a lot then. The proof is we signed a contract. Otherwise, we didn't trust. The club didn't trust. Otherwise, we wouldn't have done it. And of course, sometimes with agents in pre-season transfer window, you can do this. Win more. The money's there. What? Win more money there. Other clubs and managers.
Go to Spurs, like bigger contract, transfer fee. Yeah.
Right. That's why.
So he's basically saying that it was more to do with the agent trying to push through to get him to Spurs than as much as it was Savio trying to get to Spurs.
Yeah, he says on whether he played a role in keeping Savinho, he said, yeah, absolutely. But at the end, if he insisted, I want to leave, the offer is good for the club. I have my opinion, but always, since I arrived here, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, the last word belongs to the club. But maybe tomorrow I'm not here and the player stays with another manager. The club has to be sure that the player wants. Of course, I give my opinion they asked me to Tiki, Hugo, Varane and Khaldoon. I always give my opinion about the players, what I think should happen, but the last word decisions are always with Tiki and Hugo. It has to be like that, which is funny because apparently it wasn't this time. It was Varane, wasn't it? So he says a top player for Savinho. He can play both sides, comfortable on both sides. The moment he takes this step to be decisive in the assists and especially goals, yeah, with the S, that's the most important bit. He'll be top class. He needs to make that step. He has the quality we've seen in training. We're really pleased. He's so young. We can't forget. I'm really pleased in the last 2 games, aggressive and courage to go 1-on-1. An assist for the second goal for Haaland. The goal for Bernardo against Villarreal, assist to Rico to make the cross. He's involved in many things, just making encouragement to score. The moment he makes goals, he has chances, he'll become really good. And Ancelotti will have a really good player. That's what it's about for me. It's all about can he score goals, man. I think he's decent outside that. Yeah, it's the goals that is going to be the make or break, yeah, which we spoke about a lot. We don't need to deep it too much, but if he can add some goals to his game, I think he'll be a top player. If he doesn't, then limited levels. It's got to be able to shoot, man. Yeah, it's kind of important. Pat, where are you at with Savinho?
Yeah, still a work in progress. He's got age on his side in a way. I mean, I said it before in our show, if he was 26, 27, I think there'd be way more question marks on his quality of finishing. But I think that'll come in time. I think also too, just with his finishing, he seems to have a bit more of a preference to the left-hand side than he does on the right. I mean, the proof was there against Huddersfield. He just seemed to be playing way more direct when he was on the left. On the right, I don't know, he's good. He's effective when he cuts in and stuff like that. But I just think he's a bit more rapid and he's a bit more deadly when he plays on the left-hand side. But the finishing, I think, will come in time. Sometimes there's certain weaknesses to players' games that they have to develop as they get older and more intelligent as a footballer. So to be heavily critical of him right now, we'll just have to wait and see. But like I said, he's got age on his side. There's a few players in the squad that actually have age on their side. So just let the kid play, and sooner or later it will come naturally into his game.
Yeah, we'll see how he gets on, man. Hashtag not a project. It's going to be, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird. I think the summer was weird, man. But I think he played well. I like him. I've always said I like him. I think he's a good player, but he does need to learn to shoot, man. But I'm glad that these players and the manager are not just glazing over this shit. Like they're saying, like, listen, he does need to score. You know what I mean? It's a situation. Nunes, and whether Nunes is determined to become the best right back, yes, I'm sure. Always you have to learn some movements and some things, but I think he can do it pretty well. Last season, I really can't be asked speaking about last season. I don't want to speak about last season. Right, here we go. How many games last season? Oh, this is last season as well, bro. I got PTSD. I don't want to speak about last season. The players came to me a month ago and said, Pep, we don't want to live the season that we lived last season. They are the first. Okay. And he said, I'm pretty sure we'll do well on Sunday. We're another team. We're another team like 9 years ago, 8 years ago, 7-6. We can win, lose, but we're a team that can do good things. I don't know. Do you know what Pep's been speaking a lot recently? He seems to be pretty confident, Pep. I've seen some of the stuff that he's been saying in like post-match interviews, press conferences. And, I think he reckons that he can do something this season with that squad. I think, last year, sorry to speak about last year. I think last year, Pep realised real quick that we weren't doing anything, mate. Yeah, I genuinely believe that. After Rodri got injured, I think Pep knew pretty quickly that we weren't going to do anything last year. Yeah. Whereas this year, I think he reckons he can do something. I reckon he's looking at our squad and go, I think we can win this. Or we can have a special season. I really do. And some of the stuff that he's been saying in press conferences, man, he's been pretty confident. He's been laughing at stuff. Been cracking a few jokes and that. Yeah. Last year he said, this is a year we have to suffer. That's actually what he said. He said, we have to suffer. Yeah, he said, I'm sorry, guys, we have to suffer this year. That's what he said, man.
Yeah, it's something that only seems to happen about every 5 years. And if you told me when Pep signed up that for every season we have a bad one, we'd have 4 incredible ones.
Yeah,
I'll take it. Yep.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yo, LB, so we were talking about Savinho and you talked about him being young, and I just wanted to go look. So he's only players on our squad that are younger than him are Nico O'Reilly and Rico Lewis. They're both 20. He's 21. But when I go look, Olise will be 24 in a little bit over a month or so. So he's 3 years, effectively 3 years younger than Olise. Do we think he has the ability in those 3 years to get, and again, Olise's class, do we think he has the ability to get even in that conversation or close to what Olise is right now?
The problem with Savinho, is that like and this is kind of mad because the aim of the game is to kick the ball with your foot, but his ball striking ability, is not great. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is kind of mad for a footballer. Yeah, I mean to say that they're not great at kicking the ball, but like when he goes in front of goal and he shoots, like there's a serious problem with him being able to generate power on his shots. And you know what, right? Sterling wasn't the greatest, like. But like he could generate a bit of power on his shot. So I don't know. It's a mystery to me. It's a mystery to me that why when Savio goes like 1-on-1, he can't kick the ball with any sort of like real venom. If he can do that, and that's why I say I'm still not joking. I'd fine him, maybe not a week's wages. Maybe that's harsh, I'd fine him half a week's wages every time he shoots with the side of his foot. Genuinely not joking, one little bit. Yeah? Because I want him to start hitting the ball with power. Because if he does that, you're going to get a couple of them in, like he did against Huddersfield. He just whacked it as hard as he could and it went in the back of the net. Club World Cup, the one on the right foot. Did he try and place it? Did he fuck? He just went right.
I was just about to mention that his weak foot was his best goal he scored for us was with his weaker foot.
Exactly. And what did he do? He didn't go placement. He just whacked it as hard as he fucking could in the Club World Cup, and he went in the top corner. So I'd be saying to him, Savio, every time you're going to shoot, I want you to whack it as hard as you can. If you side foot it, I'm fining you half a week's wages. I ain't trying to be a dick. I'm trying to improve you. I want you to put some power on the shots, and then he'll start scoring some goals just because he's putting so much power on it, and the keeper won't be able to save them all. Then your confidence will go up, and then you can say, right, you want to have a side foot shot, no problem. Yeah, if I'm just trying to see suggestions, and I think it's a good suggestion. Yeah. If he scores with the side of his foot, then it's chill. And by the way, yeah, don't laugh at stuff like this, yeah. You know, Gail Clichy said, right, when he was growing up, yeah, his dad used to fine him, yeah. I know he didn't fine him, yeah. It was the other way around. It was like positive reinforcement, yeah, because he was a child. But he said when he was a child, yeah, his dad used to give him £1, yeah, or €1 every time he scored a goal or got an assist with his weak foot. And he said by the end of the season, I was raking it in, man. Yeah, and this is what it's about. Sometimes you have to use a little bit of like incentive or punishment, yeah, to like try and fucking get a player. I'd swear down. I think it's a good idea, man. I know people are laughing, but I think it's a good idea. Don't fucking whack it, man. Yeah, but he just needs to. Yeah, the thing about the left wing, right wing, I don't know. I still don't know which position he's better on. I still don't know. The only reason I say left wing is because when he's on the left, he has to smack it as hard as he can because he can't place it. But I don't know. I hear what like people like Nobbins say. Nobbins says he's better on the right, and I do hear it. I think he's like got a bit more tech about his game, but it's just when he goes through on goal, he just can't score on that right hand side. That's the problem there. So I don't know, man. I hope he comes good though. I really like him. I think he's a good player. I think he has serious potential. Yeah, it's just he needs to learn to shoot, man. He needs to learn to shoot. Anyway, let's do this. Let's do this starting 11 for tomorrow, boys, because big decisions must be made tomorrow. So let me whack Donnarumma in here because we know that.
I was going to go Bettinelli.
Yeah.
I was going to say we're not going to rotate. All right. Fair enough.
That's a shame.
No rotation. Right back. Nunes. Huzanov has trained, but I don't think he's going to be available tomorrow. So we're going Nunes, or anyone want to shout for Rico or John Stones? Anyone want to be a little edgy?
Nunes all day long.
Yeah,
I mean, what he's done the last couple of weeks is he doesn't have to be spectacular. He just has to play like he's comfortable in that role, and he has done that. He has looked so comfortable over the last few weeks. It's basically his position to lose right now. So, yep, let the kid play. He's doing good things.
Okay. You might have a decision to make here, boys. Diaz or Stones in the right centre-back position. Obviously, Diaz has had the position. Stones come in in the middle of the week. Bear in mind, obviously, do we know what's going on, by the way, with Nico Gonzalez? Are we saying he's fit or are we saying he's not fit?
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because City aren't saying anything. They're keeping the cards close to their chest.
Keeping it very quiet, aren't they?
Very quiet.
It probably does not mean anything, but FOTMob on their predicted lineup, they have Kovacic as a lone 6. Again, doesn't mean they know anything, but
I think he's fit. Because if he wasn't fit, yeah, why don't they just say he's not fit? Because then they could plan maybe for what we would do. Maybe that would be argument, I guess.
Yeah.
I think he's fit. I'm going to say he's fit. Right, John Stones at centre-back or Ruben Diaz right side of centre-back?
Oh, I'm all for John Stones playing as much football as he likes, obviously. But, mate, I can't have him playing so soon after playing what I think it was 90 minutes against Villarreal. Can't do it.
Diaz.
Can't do it. I'd give him a week off and play against Swansea.
Definitely
I don't want to fuck about, man. I just want to stick with a back partnership that's been working well. There we go. Right, left back, Nico O'Reilly.
Absolutely.
If he's able to go, yep,
absolutely. And I'm sorry, but even if I know he's fully fit, he's gonna have to work his way back into
100%, man, 100%. Yeah, facts. Well, I'm saying Nico Gonzalez fit, mate. Yeah, I'm saying he's fit. I reckon he's going to be available.
You don't want to play worst case scenario, just in case he's not.
We'll do this, and then we'll switch. We'll
You're alternate. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Right. What we're doing here now, then, lads. Yeah. Reinders, Kovacic, Bernardo Silva, Bodinho, Chirquinho. What we're doing here. Reinders. You want to put Reinders in? You want to put Bernardo in? You want to put Kovacic next to Nico Gonzalez? Oh, man, it's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Reinders.
Okay. This is what you do, Tarek, or is this what you think Pep's doing?
I think I would go with Reinders.
You'd go with Reinders, yeah? You agree, Pat?
Yeah, I think so. And Pep does seem to be favouring him in Champions. I'm sorry, in Premier League anyway. I think last week was his first game. He didn't play a full 90 minutes in the Premier League either.
Foden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what are you thinking, LB? Is this what you would do, or you do something different? Because
Bro,
there's
you
a
know what?
shout for Bernardo Silva, right?
I'm gonna be edgy here. I'm gonna drop Reinders.
Okay.
The question is, do I play Kovacic or Bernardo Silva? I don't mind the idea of playing Nico Gonzalez and Kovacic tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
fine with it
mind
too.
it.
If you
Don't
remember
mind
when he subbed for Nico G against Villarreal, he looked comfortable. He looked good for a player who, had only played a handful of minutes against Everton. Was his first start or first play all season. And then when he came on, he looked solid. I feel like whatever we choose, there are more benefits than there are downsides. Whoever
I just
we choose,
don't know. I think tomorrow's going to be a game, where we have to go to war, mate. And I think when you want to go to war, you want Bernardo Silva, because he was speaking last year about he knows who he wants to go to war with. He said it himself. He said, I've realised at this football club who I can go to war with and who I can't go to war with. And tomorrow, I think we're going to be in a war, especially in that midfield. Yeah, with John McGinn, Morgan Rogers. Yeah, these are fighters. These are players that like to get stuck in. And I think we need a player like Bernardo Silva in there that says, listen, I'm fucking stuck in here today. Yeah, and with all due respects to Reinders and that, I don't think Reinders is that guy. I think Reinders is a techie player. Yeah, but I think this is a game where we go there, we shithouse it, and we try and win 1-0. And I think the way you do that is have Bernardo Silva in the middle. So I'll leave Reinders there for now. Yeah, but once we've finished the team, I'll show you what I do. Right, Haaland up top. Right, wingers, another tricky one. What do you do here? What do you do?
Well, I was going to
wingers,
ask you
boys?
if you think there's a shout for Bernardo. Not that we want to see him at right wing per se, but do you think Pep might consider him on that right wing again because of the pressing, the defensive solidity, whatever?
No. I don't want to see Bernardo right wing. If
Yeah,
Bernardo's
I don't
playing,
either,
I want him to
but
be in the middle. No. I think the
same.
attack needs to be players that can win us the game, whether by creativity or by a goal. Yeah. The midfield is where the warriors are. Yeah. The top is where the cannon shooters are. This is where we need our gunmen. So what do? You got Savio, who had a decent game midweek, but it's basically the first time he's played well this season. You've got Cherky, who's not started a game since Spurs, but we're kind of looking for some creativity. You've got Doku, who had 4 or 5 incredible games, sort of died off a little bit. And you got Marmoush, who's good for a goal, but has only just come back from injury and actually hasn't played that well in the games that he has played since back end of last season. So, I don't know. Lads, talk to me, man. What are you saying? Sorry, let me go over to come to you first, man. What are you thinking?
I think I still go Doku on the left.
Yep.
And I want to see Cherky on the right, but I wouldn't go with that. I'd probably keep Savio. I probably go Savio and Doku as my wingers. But I want to
probably agree with you, Tarek. Yeah. I want to see Cherky, but if you try to put yourself in Pep's mind, you feel like I think his opinion on right now on Savio and Doku is like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Like they seem to be doing just enough at the moment. Yeah.
So you both go Savio Doku? I
think I would, yeah. And especially if, again, we think it's going to be a battle, a war, or whatever. We're going to be in for a fight. Again, I don't know that Cherky, having not played in the Premier League, really, that's an adjustment. I don't know if I want to put him in from the start. I definitely want to get him in. I want to get him off the bench. I want to get him minutes, but I don't know that I would personally start him on the right.
I don't know, man. I think it's a tough one, Not because the thing is, none of them really have proper earned the right to start based off of current form. Like they're all kind of like, you know what I mean? Like no one deserves to play off of current form. It's hard, isn't it? It's fucking hard, man. It's hard work. If I'm playing Doku, I'm tucking him in. Like in them 5 games, he's played tucked in a little bit. Sure. I don't want him on a wing.
And you'll probably get that. Well, I mean, I'll say because you have O'Reilly back, maybe we get back to that
I'm
as
starting
opposed to
Doku.
Gavardio.
I'm starting Doku.
Yeah.
Oh, but you hate Doku. You got an agenda against Doku. Yeah, fuck you, man. Bunch of weirdos. Right, I'm starting Doku left wing, right wing. I think this is tough. I do. I think this is the toughest one. I think this is the toughest decision for me. Do you go Cherky?
I'd like to see Cherky play. I just get this feeling Pep's going to pick Savinho again.
Man, I'm throwing him.
He hasn't really been playing Shirky, so that's why I just don't have any confidence that he's gonna play him.
True, Tariq, but when he has played, he's looked damn good.
Oh, absolutely. But I just
Yeah.
don't know that Pep trusts him enough yet to start him.
Yeah, I do like. If hindsight's a wonderful thing, but like if we're trying to hold like a, if it's 0-0 with 30 minutes to play, I do love the idea of Cherky and Doku coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be incredible.
Instant
Because Doku
game
would run
change.
rings around tied defense, and Cherky would just put epic passes through about 3 or 4 of them to feed through to Haaland.
No, that's
So that
fake
looks
news.
good. That looks good starting, but it would look even better coming off the bench if in the
That's
right
fake
situation,
news, by the
in the
way.
right scenario.
Doku gets stuck in all the time. Doku loves to get stuck in tackles and that. Doku is war, 100%. He loves.
No, I get that, but I think he'd be even more effective coming
No,
off.
no,
He'd
no,
be
I'm
just
not
as
saying
effective
you.
coming off
The
the bench.
chat.
Yeah.
I'm responding to the comment, bro.
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah.
The comment saying that Doku's not war. Doku is literally war. He always gets stuck in. He loves a challenge, man. Yeah, I think that's what I do, man. But I do think it's tough. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here. Yeah, it's just like it is what it is. Yeah, like I don't know what you do. If someone said to me, "LBL, what starts Savio and Mamouche," I'd be like, "Yeah, whatever, fairs." Like I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, mate. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. But what I'd do, the only change I'd make is I think I'd drop him and I think I'd play Bernardo Silva, which will probably rattle a few and some people will get it. But I think that's what I'd do. I'd play Foden in the 10, Bernardo and Nico in the middle. Yeah. And I'd just fucking run that, man. And I'd tuck these two inside like that. And I'd play really fucking narrow. I'd say to Villa, right, you want to go through us, you got to go around the outside. Yeah. I don't want Villa powering through the middle with Morgan Rogers and John McGinn because they're good players.
Yeah.
Morgan Rogers, and well, he's obviously not been great this year, but when he's on form, he's a good player. He can power through Yaya Toure style. John McGinn, very good player. I say, you want the ball, come into this area, yeah? Into that area, not through the middle. Yeah, I want whipping in crosses, and I want Diaz and Gavardio to be heading it away. Donnarumma to come and punch it. That's what I'd say. I'd just fucking pack out that midfield like that. Yeah, as tight as they can possibly be. Yeah, and then just maybe sit back a little bit, yeah, and a real compress and just say bang, ball over the top for Haaland. I mean, that's what because the thing is, yeah, if you want to sit back a little bit as well, yeah, you want someone who can play the ball in behind, and Cherky can do that. That's what I'd do. That's how I'd set up. But again, like if he starts Reinders, yeah, whatever, I just think you might be giving Nico Gonzalez like a lot to do in a massive, massive game in that midfield.
So this is us assuming that Nico is available. If Nico G is not available, what does that change for you? Is it just Kova right off the bat?
I think Kovacic has to start if Nico Gonzalez ain't fit.
So you would go Kova, Bernardo. Okay.
Oh man, that's just giving me last year PTSD, mate. Can't lie. That gives me last year PTSD. Yeah. I don't think that works.
Is there any, and this is, Pep, right? Is there any chance of you putting Stones in that spot?
But he did that 2 years ago and it was awful.
Yeah. I don't know that I like it because, again, Stones isn't the player that he was when we were running that consistently. Him tucking into, inverting in and doing well. I think those days are past him. So I don't like it, but I know it's an option at least. I don't know if I like that option more than I like the Kova option.
Yeah. I also just think, and I've said this before, playing as a centre-back, moving into midfield, is completely different to just playing as a midfielder. It's not the same at all. It's just not. It's a completely different job and role. You know what I mean? Like for Villarreal, yeah, he's pushing into midfield alongside Nico Gonzalez, and he's basically unmarked. He's getting the ball, he's chilling. But if you play him in midfield on his own or next to Bernardo, I just don't think it's the same. But at the same time, yeah, that is true. That is a weak midfield from a physicality point of view. And that's exactly what we saw last year. And it was hanging, and we all moaned about the lack of physicality and how dead it was. So to then go and play the same midfield that was shocking last year is probably not a good idea. So you probably are going to have to switch it out. But you know what? In that situation, if you are going to play John Stones, I'd drop Bernardo, because I think I want to play next to him who can progress the ball with the ball quickly. And I think that's Kovacic. So funny enough, if he's not available, Nico Gonzalez, I think I'd drop Bernardo and play John Stones and play Kovacic next to him. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I think if John Stones is the guy that's sitting there, yeah, you want a player that can maybe get the ball off him and carry it forward quick. And, you know, that for me is what Kovacic is best at. You know, Bernardo Silva's just going to take the ball off Stones and pass it sideways or whatever. Like, he's not going to do much with the ball. Yeah, he's in there for that, you know, a bit tackle and that. I think that's how I'd run it.
The only big question there is are you willing to start John Stones after you just played 90 minutes against Villarreal 4 days ago?
The thing is, and this might sound bad, but John Stones is not currently a starter in this football team. So he's kind of, what's the word, like dispensable?
Expendable.
I know it sounds bad, but it's kind of true. You know what I mean? Like, if he gets injured, well, Nico Gonzalez is back next week, Rodri's back next week, and he isn't going to play centre-back anyway. So it sounds bad, innit? But, like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So who's your centre-back pairing against Swansea? Because you've already got 3 centre-backs in there.
Ake and Huzanov.
Okay, if Huzanov's not fit.
Well, he trained today, so I think he'll be fine.
But we don't know the full extent, so yeah.
Stephen
just trying to play all scenarios here, sorry.
Stephen Mafuni from the academy.
That's a shout. I personally think Makasa will play up front again against Swansea.
Maybe, unless he plays Marmoush as striker.
Yeah. But I mean, we said before Huddersfield, we said, you need to monitor who the academy, who's starting for the academy, because they had a match against Bolton the night before, didn't they? And I think Makasa played, didn't he? He still went to Huddersfield and played like nearly a full game.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Nico Gonzalez will be fit anyway. I think he'll be fit.
Yeah,
bro, he stood on his toe, man. Like, come on. Like, I'd inject him, me.
We said the same thing about Kuzanov, and look how long he's been out.
Yeah, I know. But Huzanov's was worse. I think Huzanov's was a worse, like, challenge. Like, he had Gabriel, like, stamp on his foot. Whereas this one was more like it was more down on his toes, man. So I hope he's fucking fit, mate. Yeah. I hope he's fit. But yeah, anyway, let's see what you guys say. Oh, big up Luke as well. Sorry, bro. Big up 17 months, man. I appreciate it. It says, big up LB, sorry, and Pat. Big chance tomorrow to gain some ground. Liverpool make a statement after last season. We're making great progress now. 100%, man. 100%. We are making progress, bro. And yeah, man. See what happens tomorrow. It's a big game. Nick says, I'm worried about tomorrow. It'll be one in midfield. And if Nico is out, we are weak. Yeah, I agree. Which is maybe why you have to play John Stones, whether you like it or not, because you've not really got any other options, man. See what else you guys are saying. Nico G, beg you be fit, says Tom. Cherky will start against Swansea, not tomorrow. Nico G.
That's what I thought. I thought he.
Yeah, I mean, he'll definitely start. I don't think Cherky will start. Yeah, this isn't my predicted 11. This is kind of what I would do. Yeah,
fair.
My predicted 11, yeah, is the same as your guys. It's Savio. Wait, that's not Savio.
Saviolo.
You're gonna have to put Savinho.
Oh, it's Savinho. There it is. Right, yeah, that's what I think Pep will do. I actually think he'll play Bernardo Silva next to Stones, and I think that would be a mistake in my opinion. I think you need to play Kovacic, but I think that's probably how we go. But yeah, man, it's fucking big game, boys. It's a massive one, man. Massive one. Score predictions from used to. I'm gonna say, I think we're gonna win, man. I'm confident. Yeah, with or without Nico Gonzalez. Less confident without Nico Gonzalez. I'm going to say 2-1. I do think we can see the goal.
Yeah, I agree with you. I've been sticking with the 2-1 since we did Thursday night chat on Mancunian Way. We had our predictions. Yeah, I can't see anything up. Yeah, 2-1 for me. I think Villa are good enough at home to score a goal. but it's also not the same Villa side that we've faced in the last, say, 2 or 3 seasons either. So, yeah, I think I am confident, and we'll just we'll wait and see. But it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, the fact that we're away, I don't think we get the clean sheet. I hate to be boring and just say 2-1 as well, but that's probably what it will be. I'll say
It's gonna be a
3-2
close
just
game,
to
though, isn't it?
mix it up. Yeah, it's not. It's going to be close. I think we have to score first.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think if they go 1-0 up, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be
Yeah.
tough. Yeah, we could really
If-
do with getting that first goal.
Yeah, I feel like if it's a 2-1 and we play the game that we know that we can play, it'll be one of those ones where it's like we're 2-0 up and then they'll score their goal in like the 80th, 85th minute, then we're clinging on for dear life for the 3 points.
Yeah, I definitely see that.
Yeah. And that's if we play good. Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Then. Anything else from you boys?
I believe they're debuting the rain kit tomorrow as well.
They are.
Oh, that might be 1 goal off just for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're dropping points now just because.
Yeah.
The rain kit's out tomorrow, man.
There you go.
There you go. Sweet. All right, and boys. Now, big up for joining, man.
Yep.
Yeah, smash the likes, boys. If you've not done so already, make sure you guys are subscribed. Subscribe to Mancunian Way. Subscribe to Shades of Blue Pod. Subscribe to Tarek's channel. But yeah, man. Big up to everybody, man. Hopefully we can get the W because it'd be a massive win. Massive win. What a statement win that's going to be if we can get that W tomorrow, man. Fucking hell. Let me buzz it. We're at cloud 9. Yeah, cloud 9 if we get the win tomorrow. But yeah, now hopefully you guys are all doing well. Smash the like, subscribe, and watch your shout your channel out, Tarek.
Oh, what's up? It's just Tarek Peterson at Tarek Peterson. You should be able to pull it up on YouTube. So that's my personal. Of course, I'm still doing stuff with Shades of Blue. Definitely not going anywhere from that. But just trying to do something different. Do more live because we do a lot of recorded podcast stuff. So last week I did I called it Talk Back Tuesday. So Tuesday night, kind of recap the weekend and bring people on, let them talk about whatever. So we'll do that again this Tuesday. The benefit is that I think, LB, you guys change time. You guys change time this weekend?
Apparently it's tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So we don't. So will only be 4 hours ahead of you instead of 5. So hopefully it'll give people an extra hour to jump on. So appreciate it. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the likes, the subscribes, all the good stuff.
No,
I think we moved to 11 hours here for the UK, which means I get more sleep-ins. Yes.
Nah, big up, man. Yeah, big up to everybody, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. And I think Parker's just been knocked out, by the way. I'm not 100% sure. But if you guys are watching a boxing, I think he might have been knocked out. I'm not sure.
I heard you talking about that earlier. Is this guy from England?
No, I think he's actually
Okay.
Isn't he from your neck of the woods?
I don't know. I saw you talking about somebody. Oh, Pat.
Yeah, I think isn't he from your ends? Parker.
Oh, hang on a sec.
New Zealand.
Oh, Joe Parker. Yeah, Kiwi. Yeah.
Yeah. He's he's from there. He's from New Zealand, man.
Yeah, he's from South Auckland.
He's fighting Wardley though. He's British.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway, this is an unboxing podcast. Catch you next one, boys. See you later.
See you guys.